Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. If you got to know me anytime within the past 9 years, you might know me as a quiet geek. It wasn't always like that. For this story, let's turn the dial as far back as I can remember. I think we can agree that most of us 80s and early 90s kids grew up with awesome Disney cartoons. If you didn't, what the hell was a childhood? But where's the fun in talking about stuff that's universally loved and remembered? Nope, I'm going to specialize in reminding y'all about the things that you've seen but probably forgot ever existed. So, does anybody even remember the Tom and Jerry movie? Back in 93 or 94, my mom bought my brother and I the tape to the Tom and Jerry movie. I don't know why she didn't buy Aladdin, which was a much bigger hit the same year Tom and Jerry came out, but at that age she didn't really care about plot or things making sense.
Barney and friends, this shit doesn't make sense. I love you, you love me,
Anyway, my brother and I watched that Tom and Jerry tape a lot. It was one of our favoritist things to watch in the world until the Power Rangers movie came along. But that is a completely different story for another time. With that backstory out of the way, let's talk about my very first musical performance. In 1995, in Standard 2, my school threw a singing contest. I don't know what possessed me at the time because I didn't do very much singing as a kid, but I loved Tom and Jerry so much so I had to share with anybody willing to listen. But in 1995, nobody knew what the internet was yet. We couldn't even afford a computer back then. So to get the lyrics to the song I wanted to sing, I spent hours and hours of obsessively pressing play and rewind, and play and rewind, and listening to the song and writing the lyrics down until eventually I got the whole song transcribed. Well, mostly transcribed. I remember spelling the steak in steak and fries as S-T-A-K-E and much of a mine as much of a mine. Whatever I didn't understand, I spelled it the way I heard it. And then, on the day of the audition, I had to perform in front of a group of teachers who were the judges, as well as the other participants in the contest. The song I performed was called Friends to the End, and it sounded a little bit something like this.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Here we go. We two, we're friends to the end. Ain't we, my friend? We kind of blend together, coffee and cream.
Boy, what a team! You'll never find two other guys compatible like steak and fries with two of a kind. Much of a mine. We'll find our way together, thinking as one, searching for sunny skies. Yup, I sounded exactly like that, except my voice haven't broke yet. I was nervous as hell. I probably forgot the lyrics here and there. So I guess I probably sounded a lot much worse than I do now. After I was done, I could tell that the teachers weren't particularly impressed. Then they asked me why I did a duet song. That's because... Good question, I don't know why. It didn't help that the two kids that came on immediately after me had to blow away the entire field with their rendition of I Can Show You the World, complete with convincing hand movements. Shining, shimmering, splendid. And all the choreography I did was bopping from side to side nervously. Oh, so embarrassing. Well, a lot have happened in 20 years. I've performed a lot since then, so I think I've gotten much better. Speaking of getting much better, the young KL singers, the choir that I'm in, will be performing at a concert called YKLS.Period at the KuAsh Theatre in TTDI. Hashtag YKLS, hashtag YKLS.Period, hashtag choir, hashtag choir geek, hashtag we can't stop, we won't stop. It's happening on the 17th to 20th of October, which is a Thursday to Saturday. We'll be performing fun and exciting musical pieces from the Renaissance and Baroque periods of Western classical music. Yeah. If you're watching this video early, that's only a couple of days away, so what are you waiting for? Get your tickets now, give a brother a call. Brother means me. If you're watching this video late, what are you waiting for? Get yourself a freaking time machine, get your act together, man. It's gonna be awesome. Not only will you be entertained, but you'll also be educated. I even have a solo piece, which I will use, or attempt to use, to redeem myself for the terrible performance at the Standard 2 singing contest. Check the description below for the link to the Facebook event. And at the end of this video, I'll also link you to some rehearsal clips for a little taste, a little appetizer, an hors d'oeuvre of what's about to come. Be there or be square. Love y'all. How many times can you solve a puzzle, right? Other game books I read were Sonic the Hedgehog themed ones, Goosebumps, and of course, the juggernaut of game books in the mid-90s, the Lone Wolf series by Joe Dever. Just check out the cover, it's got a giant freaking spider shooting lightning freaking tendrils. How can you not like this shit? For the uninformed,